Welcome to the Juice and Pop Show. I am, currently being joined by none other than the greatest pops on the face of the universe. Pops, what's going on with you, baby?
What's up?
How's your day going, big dog?
Good.
So you got the lawnmower ramp together today,
Yes, sir.
eh? Hey, that's gotta feel good. So you don't gotta worry about that outside too much. You can kind of put her up whenever you want to and bring her out. That's nice.
Hope I don't roll it.
Just let me check real quick. I do want to see if it is streaming us like regularly or if it is streaming us like YouTube, just straight up and down. And I'm not gonna like that. So let me double check that right here. Sorry, chat. I just want to make sure that this is in format properly and it's not something else. Do some pop show. Just want to make sure that we go to the right spot. We are live spot. And it's taking it from. It's not. See, it's like right now we got one viewer over the last 66 seconds. It's not. It's like has these black bars on the side. I don't think it's taking the live stream from a phone perspective. It's taking it like a regular YouTube perspective. And then, yeah, that's what it's doing. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. When we click on it, it goes into here. So it's gonna register as a YouTube live, but if people do click on it, it will go to phone, and then they can swipe out and go to other lives. Nice, 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 nice. So that does work. All right, sweet, Dad. Let's go. Let's go. I'm happy. So, Pops and I have a couple of things to talk about real quick. Let me go ahead and get straight into it. I don't have none of the notes pulled up right now. I'm about to pull them up right this exact instant. Pops, anything you want to talk about in particular?
No, whatever.
Okay.
Good. Whatever.
Sounds good to me then. Let's see what I got here for us, pups. So let's get straight into it. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Let's do this so you can see yourself here, and then notes there. Nice. Okay, so we spoke about Quentin Johnson and the Chargers earlier. On the pod that they're gonna or video that they're gonna end up seeing. Did we? I don't think we ended up getting into Gerard Mayo, pops. Gerard Mayo is now the head coach for the New England Patriots. Gerard Mayo has stated for Drake May, the rookie quarterback that they have drafted out of UNC, which their head coach stated coming out of college that he believes he could be, the number one pick overall in the draft. Says that he has a lot of work, to get done. Still has a lot of things to work on. But he said he was very pleased from what he does get to see from him. So, do you think maybe Gerard Mayo and the Patriots made the right decision by picking up Drake May during the rookie draft, or do you think maybe they should have went with a different quarterback? I kind of like the fit.
Well, their situation, I think they made the perfect choice. Now that we'll just see how the card play out, not judge.
Mm-hmm.
They said that they done the right thing for the team, and now we'll see what happens.
I couldn't agree with you no more. I do like that. I do like that. Now the Broncos head coach Sean Payton pops. He says, "Huh?
I'm just glad you brought that up. You start bringing up Peyton, but just because of I'm curious to see what everybody thinks about Zach Wilson. Is he going to fall on his head again and not even get a
Is
chance
that
at
where
one?
he's at?"
Yep. And that's what I'm saying. If there's any coach that can bring, that's done it to Breeze and all the rest, it's Sean Payton.
Well, Sean Payton.
He's got two quarterbacks, and one has failed and really fresh in his hands. So now we'll see what Payton can do with him.
And
That's what
then
I'm saying. I really think that Zach Wilson completed.
And he's already at like the low point, Dad. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like he can go balls to the wall here. People, you can't really say much more about Zach Wilson than what people probably already said, that he sucks and all types of stuff. So it's kind of like he has a free world to go over there. I mean, Sean Payton's a good designing quarterback coach for scheming and whatnot. He's good at developing quarterbacks and helping quarterbacks get along the way for sure. It's just Bo Nix is a rookie, so it's going to be hard for him to get opportunities. But I feel like if he looks better, it's going to be hard to not start Zach Wilson. I don't care how bad his seasons have been. I mean, if he looks better when you watch him at practice, what are you gonna do?
I think if Payton's going to play, the best player on the squad. That's
Okay.
what I think. Whoever's playing best, he's going to play him. Once he makes that decision, then he'll be all in. But he's going to give it to training camp and all that to make a decision. We'll see what happens. But like I said, it shouldn't be Wilson, but to me, don't be surprised.
No, do not be surprised.
Do not be surprised.
Sean Payton also had to say about Bo Nix during the media scrum. He said that watching Bo Nix at practice is like watching a good golfer. Now, I feel like Sean Payton always tries to give like really good analogies for some reason, and that's a pretty good one. I feel like if you're saying that, you're pretty happy with the pick that you got, maybe. If you're watching a good golfer and you're looking at the quarterback position, that's kind of what you want. You want the patience, not, worrying about too much, allowing the game to come to him a little bit too, or taking the game, by the reins.
No, he got Zach Wilson strictly as a backup quarterback. Now, if he can develop into something, like I said, he don't have nothing invested in it.
And that's exactly what Pops is saying, is Sean Payton has absolutely nothing invested into Zach Wilson compared to what Zach Wilson's stock is. He has a lot into Bo Nix because he's a high draft pick. So therefore, everyone's going to look to start that higher draft pick. 1,000,000%. But listen to me, chat. Pops is saying if Zach Wilson somehow looks decent, he could possibly get the nod. Or if stuff looks shaky for Bo Nix, he could end up possibly getting an opportunity. And I could see that happening for sure, him maybe getting an opportunity. It's just going to be, is he going to be ready for a random opportunity and ready to go in at any moment? Or is Zach Wilson on the, let me try to get a starting job, I want a starting job, and then if he doesn't get the starting job, is he going to be like a chill, good vibes backup? Or is he going to want to be, the backup that is more social media driven still and more, making sure he does all the right things to try to, get into position?
That's why I was wishing Hard Knocks was in Denver this year.
Hard Knocks isn't, it's in the Giants week. It's in New York. Man, Broncos would have been nice. And then you get Sean Payton. What is this? That his second year now? Second or third year? I believe second, right?
But also, it is kind of cool with the Giants now because they got what's going on there too.
Holla, Joe's Trillo, hola. From Pops and I. Sorry, Dad, you said what?
I said even the Giants is kind of cool because what they got going on with now what they got Daniel Jones, or now with the other quarterback, we're going to see what happens there.
Oh, yeah, and then they did get neighbors in the early rounds, in the early, not early rounds, sorry, in the early picks, so it's kind of like, okay, can we get to that at minimum? Saquon Barkley's first there, Odell's right before Odell has the catch and whatnot. Like, can you at least get back to that, Giant style of team to where it's just like you at least have the camaraderie, you feel like you have the energy, you feel like the Giants are in games. And the one thing that is kind of cool, though, is now we'll get to see the Hard Knocks version. So then we'll get to see a lot of behind the scenes. And then we'll really get to see, like, what pressure does the Giants actually apply in the offseason? What do they actually do to try to make adjustments and then try to go down, the offseason tree to approaching the actual start of the season and being ready for a season? Because I feel like the Giants, to me, it always looks like they're either ready at the beginning of a season and then it just goes really bad ASAP, or they're not ready at the beginning of the season at all, and it takes them 4 or 5 games to even find a rhythm at all, and then by then they're already losing by 7 to 14 points in every game. Sorry, I said a lot right there.
No, I'm just eating it all up. I eat it right. Like I said, it takes a lot for them to get on track, and now with their running game not going to be intact like it was, I'm just wrapping my mind around all that because that's really, it's going to be hard for them to state an identity of really what they are.
Yes.
Without one not being there.
It's going to be a whole new world, Dad. A whole new world. They haven't dealt with that yet. Not having that guaranteed, hey, I'm going to give you 10, 12, 15, or 25 touches, whatever I can give you. And I want you to get me everything you can get me.
Well,
And
he's just a pepper burner too, so I don't dispatch. Because he can hit a lot of the back. What? Now to get going.
is Daniel? Do you know what Daniel Jones' like main injury was? Do you know what he's bouncing back from? I actually don't know. I can look it up, but I don't know.
Knee?
Knee?
That's what I thought.
If it is a knee, that's tough. Chad, I can look it up, and we do appreciate everybody watching right now. You are now tuning in to the Juice and Pop Show. This is the greatest Pops on earth. Chat, this is my dad right down here. Make sure y'all show him some love. This Pops. He just got some new glasses, chat. Make sure y'all show him some love on that, too. Shout out to Martin. Do appreciate you being in the chat, Brody. I can't read Spanish. Sorry, I'm not, I can't read Spanish, but I do appreciate you being in here. Shout out to everybody that, can speak Spanish and, understand English, too. That's super cool that y'all are tapping into us and joining the podcast. It'd be cool if you guys subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before the next couple of months, so Pops and I can start, making a couple of dollars off of this, and then hopefully get like a podcast set up for y'all, like a whole room and some cool stuff later on down the road. So sub up if you guys would like to, but you guys don't have to. We're gonna get into the next segment, Pops, and the Bears. The Bears head coach, Pop, has officially named Caleb Williams as a starter, which we all knew was going to happen. But he said that during film, he enjoyed watching Caleb Williams so much because of the touch that you could see on the ball. When he went and had his workout, they said that they seen the same thing, I believe, at his pro day. And then when he had the visit or whatnot, and then when they seen him at practice, he said that he has the same exact thing. He still sees that really nice touch that he's seen before drafting him, and he still sees that after drafting him at practice, that he has a really nice touch on the ball, and he said he is in love with Caleb Williams' college tape. He says he loves the film, and you really can't pick it apart unless you're trying to pick something apart, he says. So the Bears are really happy with Caleb Williams right now, Pops, and they just let Justin Fields go to my Steelers. So do you think Caleb Williams can get it done? I truthfully believe they've given him a solid defense. He has a great DB. He has a solid safety. He has a solid back end. The defensive line will get there. The offensive line, said it's been one of the offensive lines for years, so we'll find out this year. And then they fixed the wide receiver core, Dad, completely.
Yeah, to me, he could be a 3,800 to 4,000 yard quarterback. 15, 18 touchdowns.
Do you think he could get in the 30 touchdown range, or do you just think it's really hard because the Bears? I feel like the Bears will run a lot if they get anywhere close.
And it all depends. It all depends on how they feel with the offense. Now they have him, they might open up. Who knows? Like I said, after week 5, we'll understand a lot more. Week 3 will tell a little bit more.
Okay, Pops.
Going into week 4, that's what they'll develop what their scheme is.
Okay, so let's say week 4 then. If they're 2-2, and if you're Chicago, are you feeling good? Like it's 2-2. I feel like 2-2 is livable, and I feel like 1-3 is that's a little tough.
I haven't looked at schedule yet to even see.
Me either. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the schedules are. I know they can.
I'm not remembering their division right now either, so I don't even know who they play 6 times out of the year. I can't even think who all is in their division right off of the top of my head. But anyways, chat, we'll get to the next segment real quick for y'all. And then guess what? The next segment, once again, is coaching. We're going to get straight to it. Keep y'all all on the same path. Commanders coaching staff. This has come from the head coach. This has come from scouters. And this has also come from reports from the Commanders. But this is what I'm referring to right now is exactly from the Commanders staff as a whole and the media. Jayden McDaniels from LSU. He is a stud. Just like that. That's exactly how they said it, Pops. And that's all that. They went more on and more on about it. You know what I mean? Talking about what they seen from him, but they said he is a stud.
Yep, I agree.
He fits their team so good, I think. It might be wild.
Yep, He's one real surprise.
Because I feel like out of all the quarterbacks that were drafted, I feel like Drake May has more eyes on him to do good than what Jayden McDaniels is gonna have. Even though Jayden McDaniels he took right before him or right after him? Right before him, because Washington
But
was second. hmm So I don't know. We'll see. I like the tape. I'm not mad at the tape. But then again, pops, there's so many Heismans that have just not been good at the game. Like not,
we'll see.
or well, the NFL. Sorry.
No, yeah, you have to adapt ever. Like I said, there's always been a game every month taken.
So you don't really weigh too much on if they won a Heisman or not. That doesn't really matter to you. You just look at what you look at. If you like him, you like him. If not, you're not right.
It's all about it.
Couldn't really hear what you said right there. It muffled. Sorry.
I said it's all how they increase throughout the years and their speed of the game and how they comprehend.
That's
All that make a difference.
that is a huge difference from what college is. Is can you comprehend what you are looking at? Can you comprehend what the coach is telling you? Can you comprehend the play calls coming in 10 times faster and the game, you know what I mean? It's a whole lot going on, but I will say this. I think Jayden McDaniels can play on a hop. I think he can play off of the hop. It's, whatever happens happens. He can play there. He can rise to that occasion possibly. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but I feel like he's a player that's not gonna go, okay, cool, the moment's here, let me relax. I feel like he'll at least try to take the moment head on. I feel like he's that type of player, at least, to where
He's a lot like Lamar for it, so he'll take a lot from broken up plays.
he'll give you so much more out of nothing, and then as long as he can figure out how to do everything that he's supposed to do regularly right, then he'll be okay. I think if he can get the slants down, pops, the drags over the middle, hit the post when he's supposed to, just hit the simple bubble screens, stuff like that, and not try to win the game with his legs or win the game being super athletic, I think he'll be okay. I like Jayden a lot.
Yeah, you do. I like all the top quarterbacks.
I mean, and that was the first five things that we talked about right there, pops. And I mean, all five things was literally about rookie quarterbacks. I mean, do you have one in particular that you like? I mean, that like if you had to bank on one with where they went, and just a personal preference maybe. Um, I don't know where mine would be. Maybe Jaden McDaniels with with the Commanders.
To me, who I think is going to be the biggest surprise of everybody is going to be McCarthy.
Oh, I forgot all about McCarthy. Oh my goodness, JJ, your Vikings, pops.
I think he's going to be the biggest surprise. I think he adapts well to the speed of the game. When I seen, he never had a real option of slinging the ball around a lot because it just where they come from Michigan, so if they run the ball out, it's all about defense stuff too. So now he's with the Vikings. I'm curious to see with how this plays out, how he really plays this year. But I really think he could be the real surprise of all quarterbacks this year.
I think if we make sure, like if we're a Minnesota Vikings fan right here, pops, like yourself, like as long as you guys handle business with JJ, and as long as you guys don't give everything, I mean, you guys can't give him $40 million a year. I'm sorry, there's no way, he gets $200 million for 5 years, right?
Cool.
Justin Jefferson. Because I'm just thinking if he gets that big contract, because I'm thinking that's what he wants, like 35, 40 million. That's going to be 200 million over 5 years. That's quarterback money.
To me, they need to pay him because he's the one who will make everything happen with him and Hawkinson. I think that he'll be fine. Plus, with Jones going there, I mean, they really got a chance to do something with that offense. So, like I said, I really think they're going to try to sign him and get him in a contract for at least 3 or 4 years. It's the only thing that makes sense.
I feel like you guys have to get a minimum 3 years, right? I feel like that's a minimum thing that we're gonna do with Justin Jefferson, right? Like, okay, cool, 3 years minimum, like. But then I feel like if you get him on less years, you're gonna have to pay more money. I feel like you'll have to get him on 5 years to not have to pay 40. I feel like he wants 40, which is a lot.
Let's see how the contract plays out. One thing that don't matter to me, I just can't wait to see what happens.
No, facts. That is very true. So we'll get into the next one real quick, OG. We'll get into the next one. The Giants have officially unrevealed their century red throwback jerseys. Now, you are gonna have to look here so I can show it to you. I was gonna pull up the video, but we're on this like short version to where it's just like up and down. So I don't know how to pull that up. But these are the jerseys right here, Dad, so you can see real quick. This is what they look like.
Yeah, they look like there are two different color blues from the shirt to the helmet.
So you feel like when those get put like on uniform, that helmet's gonna be too dark for those jerseys for real.
Yeah, it just says it looks like two different colors of blue.
That's gonna be wild. That will be wild if they can't do that. Not on the century joints. I kind of like them. I think that they look decent, especially for a Giants uniform. But I feel like they just look like a Giants colorway of a Washington uniform. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at with it. But Pop, since we were talking, about your Minnesota Vikings, let's get straight to it. We've kind of, spoke about this once or twice, but the Minnesota Vikings have, allowed Kirk Cousins to part ways and not offer him the money. He decided to go to Atlanta and sign. Kirk Cousins stated that he had no clue, basically, that they were going to draft a rookie quarterback. So, I mean, that's a little wild that they at least didn't give him a heads up, and I remember you telling me that. But they asked him, would he have stayed in Minnesota if he knew that they were going to draft a quarterback, being Atlanta? He replied, I don't deal with hypotheticals. So, therefore, I think he's saying, if Atlanta let me know, I probably would have took a couple $1 million less to stay in Minnesota.
It all depends on the contract be, yeah.
Yeah, it couldn't be too far.
If they raise the stake on the guaranteed money, the overall difference, he would be fine with that. That's what he is.
That's very fair. That's true.
I'll lose you pretty quick. I'm running out of battery.
Okay. So do you want to stop now?
No, we can go for a little bit. I'm just trying to see I'm on red lines.
Okay, bet. So, and then I'll just go over this real quick then, Dad. So, the Falcons had an opportunity to draft, besides Penix, Rome Odunze, wide receiver from Washington, Olu Fasaflashua, sorry, I messed his name up, from Penn State, Brock Bowers, the tight end from Georgia, Latu, the edge rusher from UCLA, Dallas Turner, edge rusher from Alabama, or basically any defensive player on the board that they wanted with where they drafted him. So I guess maybe that's why Kirk Cousins is a little upset. He's kind of looking like, okay, I could have had any one of these guys or just literally any defensive player in the draft, and then plus, a couple top wide receiver options left. So
think about it. If you're the quarterback who just signed a $180 million contract, would you want a first-round backup quarterback they didn't let you know about, or somebody who's going to help you win a Super Bowl?
Facts. And I'm dang sure not going to want a backup first-round quarterback when it's a top 8, top 10 pick. Like, the 8th pick overall stings a little bit because you know what caliber an 8th player, I mean, they could be a bust, but you know what type of caliber you could get.
For the money he got paid, It's a business. It is what it is. But at the same time, you think of the person that signed the contract, they're playing for the Super Bowl. That's what he's doing. The business part of it is get the best player and all that stuff. But yeah, but he's the best player for them. The jury's still out on that. I'm concerned. I don't know if he is or not.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, we can talk about that. I'll save a couple of re-rocks real quick. Let me see. Did we talk about Trey Hendrickson and the Bengals last time?
Yeah, he signed.
Okay, he has not signed yet. He still has not signed, but he stated yesterday, I do believe, that
Yeah, he can't.
yeah, he reported to camp a couple days ago, maybe I think, or something. But yeah, he had some report that came out of camp recent that basically said he wanted to be a Bengal, and that's why he's at camp and stuff. But he's showing everybody, hey, I'm still healthy.
Yeah, you had already said something last time. I told you.
Oh,
You told
okay.
me something.
Um,
That's opposite. Because I didn't know until you said it.
Like I want to do the NFL, like I could do the NFL games or like a schedule and primetime stuff, but like I was gonna save that for when like we were in like YouTube form, so that way I can like re-upload it as a pod. Like I can re-upload this, but I don't know if people will want to like re-watch this version because it's vertical. But I'll try to cut some of these down and see what people think. Um, let me see if I got something else on here.
Well, actually, when my phone's about to die, you can go ahead and turn your call shares over and do the scheduling stuff you want for this year.
I would have to end the stream and restart it.
Okay.
That's the only thing that sucks. Whenever like you change the format, which is like how they see the video, like I have to end stream and then change it back to the wide one, not like the cell phone view, which sucks. For anybody out there listening to us that didn't know what Pops was asking and what I was referring to. I do got a bunch of quotes and stuff from Odell, but I wanted to put that on something else. I wanted to talk about the Tom Brady roast and whatnot, and he was regretting it because of his kids and stuff. But I was gonna save that for like an actual video. You know what I mean, like a sideways video, like for the next pod. I really don't got too much left out, cause like all the GM stuff, honestly, I could have saved for videos too. But like this was fun too.
We can do it good tomorrow. So what were you saying? That Brady something with his kids saw it and didn't like the
Oh
roast.
yeah. So Brady said that he doesn't regret it for himself. Like he thought that it was funny and whatnot. That he didn't pay it too much mind. But his kids, yeah. On the other hand, weren't really enjoying it. He said like I regret it for my kids, and because of how it makes them feel. And then like he didn't say much about it like at all.
Too adult oriented like that with the roast.
Hmm.
Instead of sports, like I said, they could have been had more clues and said in different ways of saying stuff. Not as trashy.
Yeah, because then you got to think like the kids probably viewing point is
Yeah.
now
So
every time they see their moms or with whoever, now they gonna think of the roast, and then now everybody that sees them just gonna laugh at like Tom Brady went from being like a goat, and like he's still gonna be considered a goat, but now them kids, a lot of people are gonna make jokes about him, like oh yeah, such and such, such and such. Like even though your dad Tom Brady, they still like everybody gonna have something to say about somebody regardless. So. You about to chill, OG?
yeah, my back was starting.
Nice, nice, nice. Or not nice, but nice that you're about to relax. Sorry.
Look better.
Let me full screen real quick so they don't so they can't see you. How's that look? Oh yeah, that don't look too bad, John. Alright, chat. Well, that was, part of the Juice and Pop show. We were just chilling. I wanted to try something. I wanted to see if I could change my format on YouTube and go live this way. And it worked. It kind of did, for the most part, which is cool. So, We appreciate all you guys. We appreciate the comments. We appreciate everybody that subbed up. We're trying to get to 1K. We don't really ask for subs usually in videos and stuff like that, or like usually on lives either. But trying to hit 1K, man. Once we hit 1K, we good. So appreciate everybody that does tap in, everybody that subs, everybody that just randomly comments, everybody that gets a little laugh out of the pod. Hopefully y'all get some enjoyment out of it. Anybody got anything that they want to add in the comments real quick at the end? I see there's a couple people in here. Other than that, I could end the pod and then restart it and go back live like regularly, but it won't be in iPhone format, chat, or like cell phone format. It will be in like video. All right, nothing, chat. All right, cool. Not mad at it. Not mad at it. Do appreciate everybody for tapping in. Appreciate y'all for tapping into the Juice and Pop show. That was Pops. Pops about to get him some rest. I've only slept like 3 hours in like the last like 2.5, or not 2.5 days, but like day and a half. Got some little stuff done. Got some stuff to do tomorrow. Hopefully I can get pods out to you guys and videos. Hopefully I at least get the pod out for you. All I gotta do is make the thumbnail. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all, and we're gone. You want to say anything, Pops? Hey.